Hello my dear friends! Welcome to the magic world of frontend. With simple example, you will learn how to create web pages. On our lesson we will use HTML and CSS. I have already made some pictures. You will find link below the video. All of us know SpongeBob. With him and his friends we will create a simple web page. You need download pictures of them and you have to repeat all my operations. Lesson has two parts. First part is introduction into HTML and CSS and creating of web page header. Second part is creating of main part of web page. You will learn most popular tags. Okay, let's get started. Okay, first of all, you need download and install Visual Studio Code. Go to Visual Studio Code official web page. Choose your operation system and click download. After downloading, install Visual Studio Code on your computer. After that, you need download images and fonts folders. On your desktop, create a new folder and name it SpongeBob. Then, replace their images and fonts folders. Good. Let's create your first web page. Usually page has three parts: header, main and footer. In header element, usually place the title of page, logo of company and navigation of website. In main element, we place all main information about company, gallery of examples company products. In footer, we place contact information of company, navigation of website, links on partners' websites, and information about our company. Let's create a header of our page. Let's write header header is element that has two tags, opening and closing. Between them, let's create the title of our page. For this, we can use element h1. h1. Here, let's write SpongeBob. This will be title of our web page. After that, let's place image of our SpongeBob. For this, we need to create block. For this, we can use element div. Element div has opening and closing tags. Now, write img, and we see that img is element who has no closing tag, only opening, but it has two attributes, src or source. Here we write source of our image, and attribute alt or alternative. If speed of internet will be very slowly and image could not load, there will be right alternative name of our image. Let's write alternative SpongeBob. Now let's write source of our image. We need write dot slash. Here we choose folder images, and here let's find modern SpongeBob PNG. Now we can look results of our job, but first of all we must to turn on autosave. For this, go to the menu file, and here you can find autosave. Click on it, then in index.html click right button of mouse and click open with live server. Here we see our SpongeBob, and here we see title of our web page. Okay, it's time to create styles for our elements, and for this, in our folder SpongeBob, we create new folder and name it CSS. In this folder, we create new file and name it style CSS. We will use SCSS because it is a better version of CSS. First of all, you need go to extensions and find live Sass compiler. You will see the button install. Install it on your computer. And now, at the bottom of your desktop, you will see the button Watch Sass. Click on it, and live Sass compiler will create file style CSS automatically. Then we need to create new element in our index.html. Between text head, we write link this element has two attributes: real, where we write style sheet, and href. Here we write link on our CSS file. Let's write dot slash CSS folder and style CSS file. Then we must to add identifier for our elements. For this we can use two variations, class or ID. Let's create class for our header. Class with name header. Then for our h1 element, we create class with name header title. For our block with image, let's write class header main image, main img. And for our image, let's give class with name header img. Okay, let's go to the stylus CSS, and first of all we need to add fonts of our project. For this, write add font face. Here we write font family. It will be name of our font. Let's create it crank. Then we write source of our font. URL // fonts. And here we choose font what we want to use. Okay, now we write star or Shift 8. Here we write margin 0 and padding 0. This star means that we will tell all our elements. Okay. Now we want to tell our header his style. For this we'll write dot name of class and then width 100% and height 100 VH. 100 VH, this is 100% of your desktop width or height. Then we need to place all elements on the center of our. But first of all, we create background URL. Here we write dot slash images, and here we choose bikini bottom SVG. SVG, this is vector graphic file. Wow, good result. Okay, and now we must place our background on the center. Right, background position center, bottom, because there is sand. Background size cover, and the ground. Repeat, no repeat. Good. Okay. And now we need to place our elements on the center of our desktop. For this, we can use display flex. Now our elements in one row. We need to do it in column. For this, we write flex direction column. Okay. Now we write justify content space around and align items center. Good. Our elements are on the center of our desktop. Okay. And now let's create styles for our title. Width 100%. Font family crank. This is that font family what we created earlier. Font size 112%. 120 pixels. Color DS. F4D 731. And let's place our text on the center. Display flex, justify content center, align items center. Let's take a look at the result. Good, but it is not that font what we need. For this, let's write new font, change our font and choose Krabby Patty.ttf. Yes, nice. Now let's create styles for our image. Right. Main img. This is our block. Okay. Width 50%. And here we place all elements in this block on the center and we write display flex, justify content center, align items center, and let's create for our image styles. img, width 75%, And now we can add animation. We write animation, name of animation, jumping, duration of animation 1 second, linear, and infinite. Now we need to create animation. This we can do with keyframes. For that we write add keyframes. Here we name of key animation jumping. And now we write 0%. Transform. Translate y 0 pixels. 50%. Transform. Translate y minus 10 pixels and rotate x 10 degrees. We can write 10 deg. And 100%. Write transform. Translate y 0 pixels. Okay, let's take a look at the result. Nice, our SpongeBob is jumping. It's very beautiful. Okay, let's go forward. Well done. Let's create main part of your website. For this we will use element with name main. Give class main. Now we need to create block div dot container. With element abbreviation we can write name of element, then dot, and then name of class. Push tab or enter. Okay, now we create the title of our main part, and for this we will use element with name h2. Dot main title. And here we write his friends. Well done. All of us knows that SpongeBob has many friends. For them we will use element unordered list. We can write it with two first letters, U, L. Okay, let's write UL dot main items. For one friend, we will use list item. And for this, we will write li dot main item. Good. First element, we will create image. Then we write source dot slash images and Patrick list png. And alternative, we will write name of our friend. And next element will be element paragraph or p with class main name. Here we write name of our friend. Now we need to copy our item and paste for next friend, because we will change only image, alternative and name of our friend. Let's copy, paste. Here we change source of our image. Sandy list, alternative name of our friend Sandy, and main name Sandy. Paste for next friend. Here we change image. Squidward list. Change alternative. And change name. Paste for next friend. Change image. Gary list. Alternative. And name. Next friend. Krusty. Krusty list. PNG. Alternative. Grabs. And name. Grabs. Next friend. Plankton Sheldon. Here we write Sheldon. And name Sheldon. Next friend will be Mrs. Puff. Mrs. Puff. And last friend, Pearl Crabs list PNG. Rewrite name Pearl. Okay, well done. Now we see our friends, or friends of our SpongeBob. Good. Let's create styles for our friends, for our main part of website. First of all, we need to write style for our container. Width 100%. We need to place our elements on the center. For this, display flex direction column, line items center, justify content center. Let's take a look at the result. Now we see that our items are on the center of our container. Okay, let's create style for our all body. We can write name of element body without dot, because we create styles for our element body. And here we write background color DS 308 AD not 0 AD0. Good, well done. Now let's create styles for our main. Let's write dot main width 100%. Okay, now we will create styles for our title of main. Let's give him margin, no, width 100%, then margin, top will be 50 pixels, right will be 0 pixels, bottom will be 40 pixels, and left will be 0 pixels. Display flex, justify content center, line items center, font family crank, font size 100 pixels, color yes, F4 D731, like title in header. Let's take a look at the result. Good. Okay. Let's create styles for our items. For this, write width 100%. Display flex. List style known. This style known is deleted dots near our item. Here a little mistake. Yes, now we can see our items on one big row. Let's do it better. Flex wrap, wrap. Now align items. Center, justify content, space, round. This looks better. Let's create styles for our item. Margin top 10 pixels. Width 1/4 multiply on 100%. We can write 1/4 1 second, but in simple CSS it will be 25%. Max width 350 pixels. Height 400 pixels. Max, or not mean, height 400 pixels. And then display flex direction, column, justify content, space between, align, transition for animation for all elements, 0 with 3 seconds, transition it used to animate element, Okay, here we can write overflow hidden. And our elements has height 400 pixels. Good. Now we write styles for our image. Write with 100%. Transition for all 1 second. And opacity 0 with 5. Nice. Now we create styles for our name. Font family. Our font crank. Font size 30 pixels. Color DS 8 FD 9 C6. And transition for all 0 with 7 seconds. Nice. Now we need to create our effects on our elements. For this, go to our item, write hover. Here we write background color. Here GB 255, 255 and 0. It will be yellow color. Red, green, blue. Red 255, green 255, and it will be yellow. Next, hover and image, transform, scale 1.05 and rotate 10 degrees. Opacity 1. Good. Next, hover, element P, color red. Let's take a look at the result. Good. But there is something mistake. Let's find it. Here all is good. Maybe with index HTML we did something mistake. Yes. Okay. We didn't give class for our images. We can write one more time at every element. For this, push Alt Tab and hold, and there choose all elements what you want and give him class main image. Okay. Yes. And now we can see a very nice website of SpongeBob and his friends. It's very nice. Well done. Thank you for watching. I hope that this video will useful for you. Please subscribe on my channel. Thank you.